was an old man who couldn't help but mind other people's business. During his break, he accidentally saw the boss's driver secretly drinking alcohol. At that moment, the boss was just about to go out for a business meeting. When the old man saw this, he resolutely went downstairs to the driver.
Look, I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, but I just happened to have looked out the window and it appeared you were drinking something from a paper bag.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
The driver pretended to be confused, but the boss had already come down. Ben gave the driver only two choices.
Why don't you tell her you can't drive her today or I'm gonna have to?
But the driver had no idea what this guy in front of him was up to and planned to tough it out and keep working. But when he turned around, he saw Ben's warning look. Finally, the driver made the right choice. He asked the boss for leave, saying he wasn't feeling well.
I'm sorry to do this, but I'm actually not feeling so hot. Not sure I should be driving. I wouldn't want to give you anything.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, you should take the day off and feel better, okay?
Thanks.
Faced with this sudden situation, Ben naturally took over as the driver. The boss handled things casually in the car. In those short 10-odd minutes of the drive, he not only had to deal with company business, but also take time to cope with his mother's nagging. After arriving at the destination, the boss told Ben that the meeting was expected to last an hour. If he thought the time was too long, she could also take a taxi back to the company.
I'll be good.
When the meeting ended, the boss walked out with an unhappy look on his face. Obviously, things hadn't gone well. Ben knew better than to say much. He just told her there was food in the back seat. Ben had pretended not to hear everything the boss had said in the car, except that she hadn't eaten.
Oh my god, that smells so good.
Good.
On the way, the boss was still handling work. As usual, Ben didn't say a word, just drove the car more steadily. That night, Ben received a call from the boss's assistant. Since she couldn't reach the driver, she had to ask Ben to drive again for another day. The next morning, Ben rang the doorbell of the boss's house on time. Just as he was about to go back to the car to wait, the boss's husband opened the door.
She's on a call. Do you want to come in? Let's make some coffee.
Faced with the warm invitation from the boss's husband, Ben gladly accepted. His kind and amiable manner instantly won over the boss's daughter. But the boss was a little surprised to see Ben. She didn't like her life being disturbed by others. On the way to work, she noticed that Ben always liked to observe her, which made her even more uncomfortable. So she sent a message to HR, transferring Ben to another department. However, Ben didn't notice this. In the warehouse, he witnessed the boss's dedication. She even took the trouble to demonstrate small things like packaging herself. He instantly felt admiration for her. Yet that night, the boss completely let go of her prejudice against Ben. She worked overtime until late as usual, only to find that Ben hadn't left. She knew Ben was waiting for her, so she brought pizza and drinks to thank him. During their chat, she asked about Ben's past work. Learning that he had once been the vice president of a printing factory, she was immediately filled with respect. She remembered that this place used to be a printing factory, the place where Ben had worked.
No.
And where he had stayed for nearly 40 years, pointing to his former office.
That was my office. It was a few steps up back then.